This is Political Arena on S24 Television. I am your host, Abubakar Turaki. This afternoon, we will be speaking about the continuous detention of Nasir El-Rufai, the former Kaduna State Governor. To many Nigerians are articulating, is the detention of Nasir El-Rufai a fight against corruption, or it is just purely politics from the ruling party? This afternoon, I am joined by a political scientist to help us understand the scenario behind the detention of Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai. Cliff Stler, welcome to Political Arena on S24 Television.
Thank you for having me, Abubakar.
And as a political scientist, what is your take on the continuous detention of former governor of Kaduna State? Is it political, or it is just the anti-graft agencies are trying to fight corruption?
For me, I think it's political, purely political, because if you look at what has transpired even before the coming of this administration in 2023, you see the kind of struggle or the kind of effort the likes of Governor Nasir El-Rufai have put in place to make sure that
to bring this government on board.
Forward, you know that they've played a very dominant role in making sure they galvanize interest from the governors from the northern part. But because prior to that, you have a scenario whereby there's a belief that a consensus that it is the Ahmed Lawal during the times of Abdullahi Adamu being the chairman of Nasarawa being the party, that this is the consensus candidate that makes the present president to boast in Ogun that he was the one that...
He was even chanting
Emilokon, that this is his own time. And we can see, even when with that, people like Malam Nasir El-Rufai have come out plainly to speak against what the consensus and what even the cabal in Buhari regimes wants to bring. And we can see clearly, he told Mr. President that he wants to go back and study and finish his study. And Mr. President said, no, that I'm going to need you in my administration. So we can see when he was penciled down for ministerial appointments, we can see how it was blocked and he was not be able to get the clearance for him to become the minister. And then from there, it now started. So it's not purely about the corruption. It's purely political, because with some of the interview he granted when he came back, we can see how they intend to arrest him when he came back to Nigeria. In the airport, how a lot of people came to protest, and how he went to the court and by the great agency, and he was arrested. So you can purely see that, and politically, the person that they're using the governor of his state. We can see how Shehu Sani, one senator on the central, that El-Rufai played a role for him to be emerged as the senator of Kaduna Central, and at the same time make him a successor to his regime, and at the same time with his deputy governor Adiza Bala to become to become the deputy governor. So you can see it is political. There are people that felt that the likes of Nasir El-Rufai being in the executive arm of government, because you have already worked for him to be in the power sector, you have engaged with other people, so, and there are a lot of power that be in the present regime that are not comfortable with Nasir El-Rufai being in the government. So
you mean the presence of Nasir El-Rufai is a threat to the ruling party, despite the fact that he decomes to the major opposition party now?
It's a threat. You may not like him, you may not take away from him that this is somebody that has played a very vital role in making sure that APC came to board in 2013. And this is somebody that is a strategy, this is somebody that can network, this is somebody that can be able to go out to get. You may not like him, but you cannot take away that from him. So the ruling party understand that now that he has gone to the ADC, he is going to be... These are people that have helped the APC to win the elections. These are people that knows the workings of the APC. So for somebody like him to be around, going freely, is a threat for the governing party.
Okay, so we have seen yesterday his family were crying out about his continuous detention. Is there any constitutional right to keep him for that long?
Yeah, if you look at what the Constitution says, it will not be more than 24 hours. But we've seen how Nigerian agency, more especially the security agency, go against what is expected of the Constitution. We've seen a situation whereby court will now grant bail to somebody when he's going out and the security agency will come and arrest him, either the EFCC or either the DSS. So to some certain extent, they don't follow the rule of law when it comes to some of these things. So we find a situation whereby, okay, where did they get the permit that they were granted to him when he lost his mother and he went for the burial? If not follow the constitutional, who gave the order? So you can see that to some certain extent, this is somebody that was kept there because him being outside, having interviews, having meetings, bringing strategy to the opposition would be something detrimental to the governing party. So his family is coming out to say that, yeah, if it is somebody that you want, can you go to the court? If the court finds him, let's do the necessary thing and let us know. But you find out that the continuous dissection of his psychologically, and at the same time, this is we are approaching election, 2027 election. So almost everything that is happening, those that are in government will not agree, but you know that he has to do his dissension, he has to do with 2027 elections.
So does that mean no matter the mighty allegation you have, if you are in the ruling party, you are safe? Because to Nigerians, why is it that there has been an allegation against former governor of Kano State, former governor of Kogi State, but they are still in the ruling party? Is it that they are trying to save Nasir El-Rufai as a scapegoat? Or does that mean once if you decamp, they will follow you? Yeah, for sure. So what is this thing sending to our own democracy? Is it that Nigeria is heading toward one-party dominance?
Yeah, what we are seeing, Nigeria is going to be very difficult for us to operate a one-party system in Nigeria. People will like to use the political party to shelf for their own interests because a chairman, Adam Oshemule, when he was a chairman of the All Progressive Congress, he says that if you are in other political party and you join us in our political party, all your sins have been forgiven. Yeah, I agree with him to that because we've seen almost all the politicians, almost all the governors they are seeing and the senators and most of the people that you're seeing going back to the APC is for them to secure their political interests and for them to secure themselves from the anti-graft agency, because we've seen most people that have left the party, or those people that have refused to join the party or refused to agree to what is happening in the political party. The anti-graft agency is going after them. We can see after Malami left, we've seen what is happening. We've seen what is happening to
Professor Osman Yusuf.
We've seen what is happening to El-Rufai. Recently, we're seeing what we're seeing what is happening with Sadia. These are people. This is somebody that her husband contested for governor in Bauchi State, and she's been part of. And some of these people earlier on, in one of your sisters' program, we're saying that even the APC you have block. These are blocks that are close to the CPC blocks that march into the APC. So most of these people are leaving the party, and if they leave the party, so you are no longer in the party, your sin has not been forgiven, so your file has to be dig, and so that the issues you have, the graft agency will go after you.
My next question, please. Should public office holders be investigated regardless of political party affiliation? Yeah,
they should be, because except when you have the immunity as an executive, when you have the immunity. But after we've seen in previous executives after leaving, we've seen Fayoshe after leaving the EFCC invited Ogoje, EFCC invited him and others. They can go ahead and investigate some of this public in respect of our political party. But the situation whereby the instrumentality of state is unleashed on somebody that left the political party. When he is in the political party, he is safe and he left. That's why most of the political parties now, or most of the other opposition party, goes to the national party so that their sins will be forgiven. Because most of the governors that you see that left the political parties, either the Labour, either the PDP, when they started, around 13 of them, and how many of them do you have now? I think they only have 2. Bala Mohammed and Sheikh Makinde, these are the 2 people you have in PDP. All of them have decamped to political party, which is the APC. And we've seen the shenanigans of some of the party, like somebody saying that is in the PDP and working for PDP, and you are having a coalition of political party in the state that we are seeing. So these are things that are not expected in political
Before we call it, Eddie, We're heading toward 2027 general elections. In a nutshell, what are your call to young Nigerians out there?
My call to young Nigerians there is for them to register, for them to be able to follow up what the political parties are saying and the candidates. Because I believe the 2027 election will not be based on, you know, be strictly based on party ideologies. People will have to look at people you feel that they're good enough to be able to protect interests of young people. Yeah, you look at meritocracy, that's what I'm saying, because somebody decided to vote for either a president in any of the party. I don't want to campaign for any party because I'm not, you choose your party A, and the president in the governor, party C.
It can be uniform.
You cannot be uniform and say this is a party, because you've seen a situation whereby consensus candidates are just brought as a result of interest of the governors and the presidents to choose certain candidate for the people, while it is the sole responsibility of the people to choose their representative at the House of Assembly and the House of Representatives and the Senate and even their governor and the president. So the people should be able to choose for leaders that can be able to better the lives of ordinary Nigerians.
Thank you so much, Cliff. It's a pleasure speaking to you, and thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure coming to S24.
And that is all what we have on S24 Political Arena.